Anything back here? No. But at the same time, going.
You shouldn't be here. Only I can be here.
Oh yeah, they're down below.
No. No,
I wonder.
No. There's no one. You're the monster. It's your fault. Fuck you. Fuck you. I hate you, monster. No.
Papers!
Look over there. Stay away.
Hello?
Can't be here. Not now.
Huh. Okay, okay. I have a plan for this. Don't worry, I have a plan. Oh yeah, no, like... we got pretty much everything. Ricola!
I can't.
Is anybody there? Can you hear me? I've got survivors here. We've locked ourselves in the machine room. Please! Help us!
Whoa. Why is the minimap freaking out? Also, was that David? Oh no, we're gonna get a triple choice, aren't we?
Shadows! Who are you? I don't know you! Real!
Hello. Okay, what is this? F5. Oh.
There's nowhere to go! Believe me, I know.
What? How did I miss? Shit, I can't go that way.
I have to do this. I have no choice.
Well, I'm sure as shit using all of my non-lethal shit now.
Don't you see? I need you to understand. Just let me explain.
Oh wow, I actually hit that, huh?
Quiet! I can't think with all that. I had. They would have done it.
Sleep.
But me first. There's nowhere you can go.
Oh.
Who the hell is there?
What
You'll
the?
never get me. I'll shut you up.
What the fuck just happened here? Wait. Did the mine on the other side detonate? Because there's a corridor full of fragmentation mines. Oh shit. That's a lot of you.
Just leave me alone! Alone!
Whoa, what just happened?
Who's there? What's there?
Sleep. Oh shit.
Go away, Ghost! Go away! Go! You don't scare me!
Okay. I think we're fine. Yeah, they really aren't a threat, especially when the AI are clearly busted. Okay. Let's look around. See what we can find. Oh. Now you've forgotten. Alright. Let's hack it. Well, we could just go straight for the source. Yep. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Access granted.
Okay. What's in here then? Nothing. Alright. I need to find something. You? No. You? No. Anything? Fine, I'll grab a corpse. Or that could just happen, I guess. Yeet! La 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 la. Bree. Ah, there he is. Let's eat first. I just got a safety hazard here, guys. Okay, we already know that. Okay. Alright.
Oh, thank God you came. I've got wounded here. We'll have to move them first.
We can't move anyone yet. Not until I get to the base of the station and shut down Darrow's broadcast.
What? Why?
The chaos you experienced here, it's everywhere. The Illuminati created a biochip that stops people from using enhanced abilities, and Darrow turned it into a kill switch.
Oh my God, you... We gotta fix this, Adam. If people realize what's happened, if they believe augmentation technology created this chaos, they'll ban human enhancement research forever.
And that would be a bad thing.
Yes, it would! Don't you see what's at stake here? Ever since man first crawled out of that ocean, we've been striving to be more than we are. Augmentation technology is just the latest, greatest step on a very long road. But we've barely scratched the surface of its potential. We can't let fear stop us from continuing.
That's your belief, Seraph. Not everyone shares it.
But you do, Adam. I know it. And if we work together, we can really make a difference. We can improve the lives of everyone, but only if we fix this.
Go on.
We'd have to get a message out after you shut down Hugh's signal. Tell the world. Tell them the Humanity Front did this.
No.
That their doctors created a virus that only affects augmented people.
You mean lie?
It'll give us time, son. Time to figure out how to destroy the Illuminati's biochips and move on.
And what about the people who've been hurt by this? Don't they deserve the truth?
Adam, if we want the freedom to become more than we are, we can't be blinded by a misguided morality. Some people will be left behind. It's reality. It's evolution, son.
Right. Evolution based on
Here it comes.
DNA.
Please, son, you have to stay with me on this.
I'll think about it.
Well, shit. So, betray the humanity front and basically make non-augmented people become the stigmatized people. Go with the humanity front, and augmentations and humanity could potentially work together in the future. Potentially. Go with Darrow's plan, and pretty much all augmentations will be seen as a threat to humanity. Fuck. Yeah, I kinda need that gas grenade, quite honestly. Either way, kinda boned. On top of the whole bit with both humanity and augmented people being able to live together through regulation, the Illuminati would basically have the final say regardless of what Taggart says. Well, at the very least, I've done my best to minimize casualties, so that's one thing, I guess. Okay, no. So how in the ballsack do we get out of this? Well, okay, let's look over the quest log. Obviously, we have to stop the broadcast, just flat out. Because otherwise, this shit is just gonna keep on happening. Regardless. Okay. What the hell? Oh. Okay, no. Oh, no, 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 that's not what I wanted.
Just leave me alone! Alone, all of you!
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, he's dead. He is straight up dead. Fuck, a couple of people have died.
Please come out! I have to...
God damn it. Oh, and you're not dead anyway, so... Oh, you got you got fucking destroyed, didn't you? Well, yep. I don't know which one to go for, honestly. Go with David Seraph and pretty much blame Humanity Front for all of this. Just so that we can make a profit. Well, not profit, but basically just cower behind augmentations being the end-all be-all. Completely rejecting, you know, humanity itself anyway, regardless of what David Seraph says. Go with William Taggart and allow the world to be policed. To create a society where both augmented and non-augmented people can live. Or go with Hugh Darrow to basically abolish augmentations forever. They're really giving me the long fucking walk on this one, huh? Okay, why are they even bothering to give me ammo, like, at all anymore? Unless there's actually a fight coming up, which definitely sure as hell seems like there is. Yeah.
What the hell?
Water pressure nominal at 173 psi.
Who am I?
Communications web online.
I feel cold.
Drones 1 through 3 within operational parameters.
I don't remember.
Drone 4 disconnected.
Let me go.
Processing.
Oh God, please help me. I'm scared.
Core temperature stable. Processing.
Zhao?
Zhao, what are you doing?
Connecting to Panchaea's Hiron project, Mr. Jensen. The most advanced quantum computer slave to the human brain, and the closest to perfection we'll ever achieve. I'm going to use it to hack Darrow's signal and rework the message to our benefit.
Our benefit? You mean the Illuminati's?
Someone has to override the signal and be the world's savior. And let's be honest, neither of us would trust anyone else to fill that role. Computer, begin EEG sync.
So much pain.
Syncing beta waves.
Well.
At 40 cycles per second.
Sleep, please. Let me sleep.
Incompatible master-slave chain detected. Alert. Unable to transfer control to Alpha Pod.
The system won't recognize my chip.
Neural systems offline. Rerouting control of EEG.
I can't control Hiron.
Increasing glutamate levels by 32%.
Zhao, get them out of there. I have to reach the control chamber.
No!
No, no, you're not.
I'm in control!
Stop this
Energy
signal.
barrier?
Security alert.
Through the primary drone hatch.
Oh, shit.
Fuck. Fucking run, Jensen, run! Okay, well, we got a problem. And the problem, ironically, has nothing to do with Cavell this time around.
To access Alpha Pod, purge tertiary.
Ouch, ouchies!
I must be the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the Council will welcome me with open arms.
No! Protect Mother!
Hurry.
Get away! Madness here. He wants to kill us. Kill him. Please! Stop!
You have to have better served.
Error in system.
Hiron is weakening.
Rerouting connection.
I am regaining control. I must.
Route complete.
Oh, are you kidding me? Now?
Once the Gates touches you,
Not the time, fellas. Not the fucking time.
escape.
Hydrostatic pressure rising. Here. Breathe. It hurts. It hurts so much. Systems are. My organic systems under stress will acclimatize.
Do you see where honor and ambition lead you? To a hole miles deep in the ocean, about to meet your end. And powerless.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where the hell are my AUDs? Oh, fuck, I must have dropped them. Shit.
I don't like it here. I don't like it. It's so cool down here. Show us the light, Mother. Where's the light?
Warning. Part 1, safety purge input.
I must fight this.
Error in system. Rerouting. Connection. Reroute complete.
I can't move. Why can't I move? ACHE levels are critically low. How much longer will it be, Mother? I want to go home.
Ow!
I have no choice but to eliminate you. You have ruined everything.
Oh, come on.
System monitors online constantly. There's too much to keep track
What?
of.
What do you mean?
Supplemental diagnostics required before we can sleep.
After this,
Oh, there's no eye. There's no eye.
dominate the market. Cyrus will no longer be a thorn in my side.
Diagnostic warning. Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequencing. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
It's happening.
Shit.
It's gone from my... No, wait. It's initiating emergency protocol. Ah! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite your special genetics, you have been in over your head the whole time. Initiate dissipation protocol.
What?
There is no way you can defeat the system. There is nothing you can do to stop.
Warning. Electrical charge
Fuck.
subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence.
Got it. Okay, do we have any other meds? Because that was my final fight. That was my last stim last time. Yeah, I don't really care about this lightning. Like, I really don't.
Primary pod compromised. Secondary security measures activated. Evacuate area.
You still cannot reach me, Jensen. There are too many contingencies built into the system. You and I have both.
Hey, what am I doing? I have this weapon. Plasma canister.
Primary pod station damaged.
No! I will not lose this. This is my right. I have worked
I am
too
just
long
dead
to
ass too damn
stop
powerful
now.
for this.
You want the glory? Is that it? Never! It is all mine! I have given everything for this!
Warning. Primary pod station failure imminent. Warning. Electrical charge approaching critical levels. Discharge imminent. Clear the area.
Why can't I access this now? Finally someone with a face. How you doing, Miss Bears? I actually don't know what to do right now. You've lost your mind? Oh. Alright, well, she did.
No! I can't take...
Oh god, why? Well, here comes an explosion. Yeah, no, she dead. She gone. Yeah, she got vaporized. Huh. The end. But hey, we got a practice point. What should we spend it on? Lung capacity. Ew. Here it comes.
Hello, Adam.
Yep.
Welcome to the edge. It is not the end of the world, but you can see it from here.
Eliza? What are you doing here?
It is my job to monitor and report on the news, Adam. Before Darrow smothered everything with his signal, the whole world was tuned into this place, including me.
The broadcast. I have to stop it.
I know. Please, come closer.
Okay.
Do you know where we are, Adam? We are at the fulcrum point, when society lies in the balance. Hugh Darrow hoped to tip the scales one way, by telling the world everything you already know. About the biochip, the Illuminati, everything. He believed knowing the truth would convince mankind to abandon research into human enhancement technologies forever.
It would certainly give them reason to fear it.
Indeed. Darrow's confession is ready to send. If you want, I can wideband it across all media as soon as you shut down the signal. Everything you worked so hard to uncover will be exposed. But only if you deactivate the broadcast using this control. However, if you desire, I can alter Darrow's message. Conceal the creation of the biochip while putting in new content.
Content blaming the humanity front, like Sarah suggested.
The organization has already admitted to harboring terrorists. It would be easy to convince people they turn to biological warfare in a more desperate attempt to get rid of augmented people.
But why? What would that achieve?
In time, it could shift the focus of hatred onto people whose prejudices are seen as too extreme, leaving corporations free to experiment with human evolution as they desire. But if you want me to perform this edit for you, you must disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Alternatively, Darrow's message can be adjusted to erase all mention of the power group known as the Illuminati. I can report that lack of proper regulation allowed vast quantities of neuropozyne to become contaminated prior to reaching the market.
Taggart's preference. You think the world will buy a made-up story about neuropozyne poisoning?
You might be surprised by what people believe.
True.
I can convince them. And having experienced the negative effects of corporate negligence firsthand, a majority of people might force the world to place harsh restrictions on all human enhancement research.
Yeah.
But only if you disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Of course, there is another option. This passage leads to Panchaea's pressure regulation controls. Destroy them and the installation will cave in on itself, overwhelmed by the weight of the ocean pressing against it. Everyone inside the structure will die.
That's a solution?
No one will be left to tell the world what happened, Adam. Nobody will be able to spin the story.
Including me.
The choice is yours. Do you believe you have the wisdom to choose an appropriate future for mankind? Or do you trust mankind to find the answers on its own?
Send Darrow's message. Send Taggart's message. Or send Seraph's message. Or just do away with it all and let no one spin the story. I gotta take a moment to think about this. I'm gonna take a bathroom break real quick. Okay. So here is the question. What kind of message do we want to send? One that condemns technology? Because the creator of said technology couldn't use it. Go with Taggart's message, which basically would let the Illuminati take control and put strict regulations on augmentation, basically turning the world into a unified police state. Or go with Seraph's message and, well, claim that, well, this was just something that the Humanity Front caused. Basically, these three, Darrow and Taggart's message, they're basically interconnected. David's message is the one that stands out, because he was never a part of what they were doing. Hugh Darrow is the creator of the augmentation system alive in this universe to this day. But he is incompatible with his own technology, and I guess he just grew jealous and wanted augmentations gone for his own gain, because he himself could not really use the technology, feeling left out. Taggart is a purist who works for the Illuminati. Yes, the Illuminati. And by allowing for this message to be spun in the way that this was just fuck was it? I can't remember. Shit. I guess they want to spin it in a way. Oh yeah, it was VersaLife contaminated neuropozyne, I think. What the hell was Seraph's message? Blame the Humanity Front, call this an act of terrorism, and they would be scrutinized. Because Seraph basically just wants... He basically believes that augmentation is the end-all, like, the end-all of all. Like, it is just the next step in human evolution. But I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna save right here. And we will be going over each individual option, including the fourth one. So let's start with Taggart's message.
If you do this, first-hand experience with corporate negligence on such a grand scale may convince mankind to enact harsh restrictions on human enhancement research. Are you sure this is your choice?
Yes. Because we could just go back.
Let me think about it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to chicken out or anything by like save scumming. Cause let's face it, augmentation has changed people's lives both for the better and for the worse. But it's the people behind it that's the problem, not like I went on a tangent on this a while, like a few hours, about like an hour ago, I think it is at this point. Maybe 45 minutes, I don't know. Like, the technology isn't a problem. It's the people using it that's the problem. That's the common denominator. It's the user behind it. Sure, removing the actual tools may dampen the effect, but it would never get rid of the actual cause. But I don't feel like this is the right way to go either. This pretty much just places blame on somebody else.
If you do this, the focus of hatred may shift to those responsible for unleashing biological warfare, leaving corporations free to experiment with human evolution.
and that's a different problem.
Are you sure this is your choice?
And that's another problem. Leaving corporations to fuck about with human evolution, that's another part of the problem.
Let me think about it.
Like, letting corporations do anything concerning this level of like human interaction? No. Companies can't be trusted necessarily. I don't see how they could be. Of course, David himself wants just the best for humanity, but that doesn't mean that every single corporation out there does it. At the end of the day, it's still a company.
If you do this, the unadulterated truth in Darrow's confession may well convince mankind to cast all science and technology aside, to ensure that future generations grow up free and whole. Are you sure?
No, I don't agree with that at all. Hugh Darrow is just a whiny bitch who couldn't stand the idea of not being able to use his own technology. I'm not gonna go for the middle option. That is not my playthrough. But out of the left and the right options, which one do I agree with more?
If you do this, the focus of hatred may shift to those responsible for unleashing biological warfare, leaving corporations free to experiment with human evolution. Are you sure this is your choice?
Let me think about it.
If you do this, first-hand experience with corporate negligence on such a grand scale may convince mankind to enact harsh restrictions on human enhancement research. Are you sure this is your choice? Okay, so here's my reasoning behind picking this option for the playthrough. We'll go over the other options after the recording. The reason why I'm gonna go with this option is it's not the augmentation's fault. It's the user behind it. But that doesn't mean that we should keep it, that augmentations should be open to the general public just because they can. Clearly, augmentations have proven to be too dangerous in the hands of normal people. It needs restrictions. Gun laws of America. I'm gonna have to say this option. For my playthrough, I will be going with Taggart's option. I disagree with the man himself, but this is the thing that's the least harsh. Now, of course, bearing in mind that she's not mentioning the Illuminati, but this is just what the public perception is going to be.
So, for my playthrough, we're going with Taggart's option.
So be it then.
Freedom. To those who don't have it, it's more valuable than gold. But where should it start and end? We humans often think we have the right to expand, absorb, convert, or possess anything we need to reach our dreams. But time and time again, hasn't this led to conflicts with others who essentially believe the same thing? Looking back on the challenges I faced, at the way I often resolve them, I realize morality can become our saving grace. Most of the time, didn't I try to keep my values in mind, knowing how my actions would affect others? More often than not, I resisted the urge to abuse power and resources simply to reach my goals more swiftly. I managed to hang on to my humanity. But the temptation to ignore it was always there. It's that temptation that so worries Taggart. He's not afraid of freedom. He's afraid of the chaos that erupts when individuals have nothing but morality to constrain them. He wants us to regulate enhancement technologies because he fears all that power without limits, without guide rails to keep us from abusing it. Absolute freedom is no better than chaos. Society needs laws and regulations to protect it.
Okay, well,
so if the
I wasn't going
behind
this
Taggart
far.
Need to work in the shadows, pulling strings to enable us to head in a safe direction. Will supporting them be all that bad?
Well,
If
that
they're as
depends on the
wise as
level
Taggart says,
of,
how bad will their leadership be?
yeah. They need to be proper about it. That's the problem.
I just hope they stand by what they say.
Yeah. I just desperately hope that it's really all about, will they abuse it? It's the abuse that's the problem. So, yeah. For the recording side of things, there is my final, that is my option that I go with. To be specific as well, when it comes to technology of this magnitude, literally being able to go invisible in public, launch a sudden burst of miniature grenade volleys, aka the Typhoon system, just because they happen to get their hands on it through illegal channels. That level of restriction is necessary. But what Taggart is suggesting, which I don't agree with, is the complete restriction that he was suggesting. Right now, it's all gonna have to rely on the leadership of the people behind this now. That's pretty much gonna be it. Because there's no point in blaming the other side for something that didn't happen. AKA the Humanity Front doing this because they hate technology. Or, well, hate augmentation. David Seraph, he wants the best for humanity, but he's naive. He's naive to the potential abuse. So, that is my stance from the Let's Play's perspective. Now, from a personal perspective, that's even harder to explain. Because it's not a one-note issue. Because, like, augmentations clearly have changed people's lives in this reality. And they would change people's reality in this one, in ours. But when it comes down to it, I have to be honest. would people really... Hold on. Game's loud as shit. Would people really be reliable enough to deal with the technology responsibly? And considering where the world is currently going, I don't think so. Humanity's too unstable. It just isn't. It's just... People just use technology for their own benefit, regardless of how it affects other people. Because people are selfish. They just are, because... Humanity's proven that time and time again throughout the ages. But again, that's from my own personal perspective. I don't agree with any of them. Hugh Dare is a fucking maniac, who's a crybaby who couldn't stand the thought of not having augmentations himself, despite the fact that he has a limb and a missing arm. David Seraph, bless his heart, thinks he's doing the right thing, but clearly he doesn't understand that people can't really be trusted, especially not corporations, to literally play God. Okay, not literally, but almost play God. But at the same time, Taggart, I agree with him the most, but also I don't agree with him. It's odd. It's really odd. I don't know. Overall, to actually rate the game, it is a fantastic RPG, albeit, as Justin said earlier, it is a very much diluted version of the original Deus Ex. The one from like the from the late 90s. It is nowhere near as complex. It's nowhere near as deep. It is nowhere near as complex. And a remake of the original game could actually be amazing. Like a proper remake. Built from the ground up, new models, like not new terrain, but new textures, new maps, more content. Try to bring back the voice actors, maybe? Have them redo the lines? And I would almost fucking guarantee you it would be an instant success. Because honestly, I can't see the gameplay, like the actual function of the game, be all that different. Sure, it would be a bit outdated in terms of gameplay design, but in game philosophy. But I can't really see it be all that different. That being said, what is my genuine thought about this game? It looks a bit dated, even for 2012. I mean, for the time, it's okay. Not impressive or anything, but it looks good. Gunplay could definitely have used a bit more tweaking. It's not perfect, but it's not horrendous either. AI is kind of shit. Let's be honest. Stealthing in this game is pretty much the way to go for most of it, because straight up firefights devolve into sit behind cover, take pot shots whenever they reload. That's the gunplay. That's the aggressive gunplay in this game. Sit behind the wall, wait for them to reload, shoot. And if you have any fucking brains, you will just upgrade the 10mm pistol and use nothing but that. It is so unbelievably more effective than any other gun in the game. It can one-tap people pretty much every single time in the head. Every other gun pretty much requires at least 5 to 10 rounds. It's incredibly accurate. Like, it's insanely accurate. Almost to the point where a sniper rifle isn't even that accurate. The tranquilizer dart gun isn't even that accurate. And the only reason why I started using other weapons towards the end, or hell, even towards the halfway point, is because I started running out of ammo for the 10 mil. It's that damn fucking... it is that damn fucking effective. Exploration gets a full-on 10 out of... like 100 out of 100. The exploration part about this game is a rock-solid 100 out of 100. It is so rewarding to go around the place. It is so rewarding to explore. Not just from a mechanical point of view, but also from a world building point of view. You get to read more about people. You get to read more about the world. You get to read more about people you're gonna be facing. You need to read books in this game to know what to say, what to do, how to act, if you want to be as successful as you can be. Voice acting, I'm sorry, guy who voiced Adam Jensen, I know you're trying to be stoic, but you're coming across as extremely bored trying to do a Keanu Reeves impression from the Matrix. I'm sorry, you sound so disinterested. Even towards the end, you barely fucking sounded like anything. Yeah, a Batman. You sounded like okay, that's not Keanu Reeves. Who the hell is that actor? Tom Cruise? No, that's not Tom Cruise, is it? It's not Keanu Reeves. Who was the guy who did the growly voice for Batman? I can't remember. But yeah, like, he pretty much tries to sound like him all the time. And I get it. If that's your natural speaking voice, then obviously all the power to you, mate. But clearly you didn't give it... like, you clearly didn't... Christian Bale. Oh, Christian Bale, that's it. Like, you probably are a talented actor. Like, without a question, you're probably a very talented actor. But, oh my god, you needed to voice a bit more. Oh.
You worry too much, Morgan. There's nothing we can't manage given time. She's here. I have to cut this short. Keep going through the wreckage. Maybe we'll find something we can use for the Morpheus initiative. Come in! Dr. Reed. We're so pleased you decided to join us.
Where else could I go?
No regrets, my dear. As Ariadne told Theseus before he entered the Minotaur's labyrinth, always forward, never left or right. You'll be very interested in our current project. We're breaking new ground.
Yes, the nanite virus chimera is quite intriguing. I'm looking forward to seeing the hybrid project up close, Mr. Page.
And so you shall. But please, call me Bob.
The T Project. You watched the entire credit list and saw the surprise at the end. Bob Page? Who? Get on with it? Okay. I'm gonna Google real quick to see if I need to wait. Yeah, I don't know. This is still happening. Okay. YouTube, obviously. Sounds like it's about to end. Yes. I literally asked you to open it. Yes. Oh my fucking god. Oh. Well, there we go. Okay, so, that's that ending. But I will keep recording because we have this ending to go for as well. Sorry about that, I had to do a bit of an editing trick. So, we went with Mr. Taggart's message for the Let's Play, but for the sake of posterity, let's check out everybody's messages, including that one.
If you do this, the unadulterated truth in Darrow's confession may well convince mankind to cast all science and technology aside, to ensure that future generations grow up free and whole. Are you sure this is your choice?
For the sake of it, yes.
So be it then.
Albert Einstein said, technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Took me a while, but I finally see his point. How often have we chased the dream of progress only to see it perverted? More often than not, haven't the machines we built to improve life shattered the lives of millions? And now we want to turn that dream on ourselves to fundamentally improve who we are. Experience has shown me how dangerous that can be. How many times in the Call of Duty did I almost fall into the trap of taking shortcuts, abusing my abilities or the resources at hand? I resisted. Barely at times, because I valued human lives and considerations. Can I truly despise others who fall? Technology offers us strength. Strength enables dominance, and dominance paves the way for abuse. Darrow understood this. He knew that using technology to become something more than we are risks losing our ability to love, aspire, or make moral choices. The very things that make us human.
Assuming that people go for their route.
It also risks giving some men the power to make others what they choose, regardless of the cost to human dignity. The suffering Darrow inflicted is not the end of the world. It is merely the seed for change. And change never comes without pain.
Again, I really don't agree with this. This ending, I highly do not agree with. Because it's basically saying, oh, all of the technology you guys have been experiencing, yeah, no, fuck that. Too dangerous. It hurts my feelings. While completely throwing away all of the actual things that it's actually done well for humanity. Completely negating it. We would still be dying from fucking polio and the smallpox if not for technology, aka medicine and shit. Fuck off with that shit. Alright, and then finally, out of all of the endings, well, not all of them, there's still one more, we have Seraph's message.
If you do this, the focus of hatred may shift to those responsible for unleashing biological warfare, leaving corporations free to experiment with human evolution. Are you sure this is your choice?
For now, yes.
So be it then.
I still think that
Sarif was right about one thing. It's in our nature to want to rise above our limits.
Yeah.
Think about it. We were cold, so we harnessed fire. We were weak, so we invented tools. Every time we met an obstacle, we used creativity and ingenuity to overcome it. The cycle is inevitable. But will the outcome always be good? I guess that will depend on how we approach it.
Yeah.
These past few months, I was challenged many times. But more often than not, didn't I try to keep morality in mind, knowing that my actions didn't have to harm others? Time and time again, didn't I resist the urge to abuse power and resources simply to achieve my goals more swiftly? In the past, we've had to compensate for weaknesses, finding quick solutions that only benefit a few. But what if we never need to feel weak or morally conflicted again? What if the path Sarif wants us to take enables us to hold on to higher values with more stability? One thing is obvious. For the first time in history, we have a chance to steal fire from the gods. To turn away from it now, to stop pursuing a future in which technology and biology combine, leading to the promise of a singularity, would mean to deny the very essence of who we are. No doubt the road to get there will be bumpy, hurting some people along the way. But won't achieving the dream be worth it?
If ever we can use it, then yeah. But that's the problem, though. The medicine...
We can become the gods we've always been striving to be. We might as well get good at it.
I mean, human beings are built upon the failures that we've made. I wouldn't be the Swede you see today if not for the failures of the past. Because of insecurities, because of failures. To shift all of that aside, you're not making a human being anymore, though. Human beings aren't flawless pieces of machinery. We have flaws. So no, I don't agree with Sarif on that one. Should we keep striving to become better? Of course. I'm a perfectionist at heart. But I'm not blind. Like he seems to be. Or Jensen in that speech. Improve upon the failures, not eliminate the failures. Use the failures as building stones. But that's not what he's saying. He's saying, let's eliminate all failures entirely. That being the failures of like insecurity, of insecurity, of say now depression. Like, say that you're depressed and technology finds a way to completely eliminate it. Okay, we've completely eliminated depression. What's left? Happiness? Sure. Happiness is all that's left. So, what would keep us striving to become better? What would keep us from just not giving a shit anymore? What would be there? What would be the end goal? What would be what we would be striving for? Literally the meaning of life. What is the meaning of your life, of my life? If we have no flaws to overcome, there's no meaning. Call it pretentious, but without any struggle, humanity would still be banging sticks together. We really would be. And then, finally, the fourth option given to us by Eliza. Oh, shit. Which is the doorway. Which, I will be honest, this is the ending that Jesse went with. Again, I lied again. I knew about this ending. Already from the get-go. This would see to that the entire island, the entire facility, sinks to the bottom of the ocean, killing everybody inside. Making so that nobody can twist the story to their pleasure. This is the option that eliminates all other options, but also kills Jensen. Self-sacrifice. To keep the world from being affected by this, because bearing in mind, everybody's eyes is on this. Everyone. Eliza has seen to that. That's why she presented the option. She's become basically self-aware at this point. And she knows that this story can be twisted in any other way, but if you kill the story entirely, nobody can. Leaving everybody at a status quo. And this is how that ends.
If you do this, the world will be left with questions and may never reach a consensus. Are you sure this is your choice?
For the sake of the recording, but not the Let's Play, yes.
We have little time left, Adam. And might I say, it has been a pleasure.
Do I trust mankind to save itself? That's what Eliza was asking. The truth is, I don't know. After everything I've seen, all the fighting and the chaos around me, I only know what I want to believe. Somehow, human decency will triumph. These past few months, I've faced many life-threatening situations. I could have given up many times, but my need to know the truth, to uncover the secrets that others were hiding, and to survive, forced me to keep on going. Most of the time, I tried to keep my values in mind, knowing my actions did not have to harm others. I held on to my humanity, resisting the urge to abuse power or resources in order to meet my goals. And in the end, I got the job done. But does this mean I have the right to choose for everyone? No. Because it isn't up to me. It isn't up to Darrow, Sarif, or Taggart either. Ordinary men and women will have to decide together what course mankind should take. The kind of people who time and time again have picked and chosen the future in highly practical ways. Slowing change when it's negative, speeding it up when it's good. Can they do it again? I don't know. But I do know I'm not about to let anyone in this station, myself included, stand in their way.
Kind of taking the stance of, you know, just yoinking their options away. This is why I don't agree with this option either. And that was that option for this playthrough. I mean, no, not for this playthrough, but for the sake of the playthrough, I'm just gonna be doing this real quick, because that is the.
If you do this, first-hand experience with corporate negligence on such a grand scale may convince mankind to enact harsh restrictions on human enhancement research. Are you sure this is your choice?
Yes.
So be it then.
Skip it. And yeah, that is what I'm gonna be calling the recording, but to finalize my review. Skip. To finalize the review, it's an absolutely astonishingly good game. It does definitely make you question shit. It's not a one-note game. There's a lot of variety to be had. I feel like they could have definitely given us one more hub area, but then again, that could be a bit unreasonable, considering the amount of quests that there were actually in the areas. So many hidden pathways, so many things to do, so many people to talk to, so many hidden objectives that I haven't even found, that Jesse didn't find. And of course, the game can be hard as balls if you're playing it in a certain way, but it can also become easy as shit if you play it in another way. I will have to say though, the game prioritizes hacking far too fucking much. Like, if you're not getting at least level 3 early on, you're just fucking yourself over. As soon as you have level 3, you have unlocked 60% of the entire game. Everything else will become pretty much your own choice. That is my main complaint about the game. Hacking is prioritized way too much. There's not enough walls to break down, there's not enough, comparatively, anyway, there's not enough ventilation shafts to go through. Hacking minigame could definitely become a hell of a lot more complex, in my opinion. Is it a good game still? Abso-fucking-lutely. It is a great game. Again, voice acting could be improved. The animations definitely needed to be fixed. Because somebody who's on the death throes and is about to die should not be moving around like a spastic robot. I'm sorry. Take the scene with Keitner. She has literally been riddled with bullets, coughing up blood, and she's clearly unable to even move. And yet, her model is going, "Jensen, I feel like I'm dying. Everything is so cold. I can't keep going." It's completely unnatural. And it's horrendously distracting from the moment. When every fucking model is moving around like they're afraid that there's gonna be a fucking 10-ton bowling ball hitting them in the face in the next few seconds. I get some characters could be a bit more jittery, like drug dealers, like junkies. But when every single character's going, "Have you seen what Sarah did this morning? She fed some birds. What a wonderful human being she is." It's horrendously fucking distracting. So I'm sorry, but the animation team, you screwed up. You really fucking screwed up. At least on the dialogue settings. They don't need to be looking in every single pixel at any given time. And of course, the gunplay could be improved. Enemy AI definitely need to be improved upon. They just kind of stand behind cover, eventually poking their heads out to be shot. They're not trying any tactics. Hacking turrets just isn't worth it, just destroy them. Unless you manage to somehow get to the console and hack it. Which at that point, if you have those kind of talents anyway, you will have already dealt with them non-lethally. Because getting to the console that actually controls any of the turrets, by the time you've gotten there, you already have the prime position to kill them anyway. Yes. When will it end? No. Do you also keep the age of the game in mind? I mean, some people think that Super Mario Brothers is the peak of gaming evolution. And that game is like 40 fucking years old. But animation doesn't have to do with age. That has to do with talent. Sure, the game is old. But that's the only thing, really. Like, there have been stunning animations in video games, even in the early 2000s. Sure, the game is about a decade old by now. Ish, give or take. But the animations... Like, sure, gunplay from Eidos' perspective, I guess it wasn't that much of a necessity. It just feels that if you're gonna be making a first-person shooter / third-person shooter, you gotta nail the gunplay better. Because unless you focus hardcore on those augments early on, you're gonna have a horrendous time shooting. The bullet patterns are going everywhere. There's no consistency. But again, that's not the point of the game. It's not supposed to be a hardcore first-person shooter. And of course, this can also mean that the team didn't have the experience to make everything perfect. Just saying. I'm not saying make it perfect, but... when you're looking at an actor, right? Say you're looking at John Travolta doing a role. Is he constantly going during every single scene? No. He's focusing on the conversation he's having with the other character. When you're seeing somebody dying in a movie, in a show, in an animation, a 2D animation, a 3D animation, do they sit back in their final moments and go, no, they don't. It's fucking stupid. But that's what the animation team did in this game. And it's horrendously fucking distracting. To the point where I don't care about the characters dying. Because I can't stop laughing at these silly ass animations. If the game was played up for laughs, then fine. But it's not. The game is trying to take its tone extremely seriously. And for good reason. It's dealing with serious topics. That's why I have a problem with the animations in this game. Because it has taken me out of the moments more often than it's brought me in. The clearly pre-generated cutscenes, they are stellar. They are amazing. Apart from the filter that they put on and the masking, those animations are fucking good. But it's the in-game dialogue animations that make them seem like they're paranoid of even looking around the corner in case there might be a bloodthirsty badger there. So animation gets a big fucking pass from me. Overall, a big pass. The small bits that are good aren't good enough. Voice acting, again, aside from a few characters, could definitely have used more direction. I feel that the voice actors probably weren't given all that much. They were probably just given the lines and given a very vague sense of what the character is feeling, what the character is after. Like, Jensen has this Christian Bale sense of, so what, are you behind this attack? Oh, I didn't know. You know, instead of, oh shit, they were behind it? Fuck. Like, there's no emotion. Hell, even, oh, they're behind it. That's amazing! Like, there's nothing coming out of Jensen. And I don't know if that is actually on the actor's part of it. Voice acting and acting overall has to be done on both ends, obviously. The actor has to know what they're doing, but the director needs to know what they are doing as well. More often than not everybody's considering the other part of it, the director. And I feel like this guy knows how to act, but the director isn't giving him, or her, the clues that they need. Yeah, it could totally be an editing thing. They could just have messed up the voice lines and just went, fuck it, we'll just go with the first take. Which is usually the more passive take. Because here's the thing about voice acting. Not every single line needs to be delivered with Shakespearean passion. Like, it's not gonna be a conversation at the coffee table going, do you take sugar with that coffee? I do. It doesn't need to be over dramatic. Sometimes it's just, hey, do you want some milk? Do you want some milk with that coffee? Sure. It doesn't need to be any more than that. It could be a very mundane conversation. That's why it's a mix between the voice actors or voice actresses knowing what they're doing. But also the director needs to know, what do they want out of the scene? What do they want out of the line? That's why acting is not just improv. You do need some level of guidance. Because, sure, you could be a phenomenal actor, but if you don't know what's happening in the scene, what chance do you have of making that line work? Yeah. Overall, music, you guys know me. I can't really critique music, but it was a good soundtrack. The soundtrack fits the aesthetics, it fits the theme, and it fits the situations. At least to somebody who's a complete fucking novice when it comes to music. So take that as you will. If you've listened into the music to this playthrough as I've been playing, you will be able to tell what you think about it yourself. So I'm not gonna comment on that. Did the music keep you in the story? Honestly, whenever there was a dialogue, you know, in-game dialogue, there wasn't really a whole lot of music. It's basically been taking the music down to nothing and just let the conversation speak for itself. No, not really, no. At least, I don't notice the music all that often. It just kind of bleeds out in the background, and it happens very often. Unless they purposefully have no dialogue and ramp up the music. So again, I'm very, very bad at noticing when music is good in a game. Now, music in a show, for example, that's a whole different story. Because there, you are sitting down, you're not doing anything, you're just observing. Like, take you guys in the audience, for example. You guys in the chat. You moderators, you VIPs, you subscribers, you viewers. You're just sitting there, hopefully paying only attention to the stream. Me speaking over the game has to complement the game. It has to be a part of the entertainment, not the only entertaining thing. That's why a good mix between microphone volume, game volume, and music volume and dialogue volume has to be good. I said mods. I said mods. Oh, the dipshit. I mean, I wasn't gonna say that one. I am the dipshit. I am he who dips the shit. But yeah, I've rambled on long enough. My final thoughts on the game. Gunplay could be better. Voice acting definitely needed better attention. Not the acting itself, but rather the direction, I feel. Sound design, pretty fucking good. Or at least passable. Music option, good enough. It fits the theme of the game. It do. Again, as per always, this has been a playthrough on the hardest difficulty. That is always gonna be the case unless I have a massive problem with the difficulty. As stated, there's tell me a story. Just play the game as you want. Okay, maybe not as you want, but it won't be difficult. Give me a challenge. Good mix. Give me Deus Ex. This is where you get the challenge and shit. I want to preface that I play my games in the hardest possible settings because of multiple reasons. Two primary ones. Firstly, I very, 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 very rarely play games more than once. That is, single player games more than once. All the way through, that is. This is because I feel like I've already experienced what I want to experience. If I wanted to experience it in any other way, I would just watch another person play it in their way. Redoing the story again loses its punch for me. That is just on me, though. If you or anybody else watching this clip, either currently live on twitch.tv/WSwede, or on the YouTube channel, or wherever the hell somebody's been yoinking the footage to, I play them at the hardest possible difficulty because I want to feel like the struggle I went through meant something. And wasn't just a fucking breeze. I don't like it when games are too easy. Because then I feel, did I actually complete the game because I'm good at the game? Or did I complete it because... You have to say, if you steal my footage, I'll sue you. I've already started copyright striking people, so don't you dare think that I'm afraid of doing that shit, by the way. If I see my content on anybody else's channel without my permission, you're getting a strike. Just putting that out there. I've already done it to 2 other channels, although one of them has been settled. Although the other guy hasn't even fucking responded yet. I guess he just took down the video and didn't care. Overall, get the game. Play it. There is so much more the game provides you with. The game is so fucking well made. Sure, it's nowhere near the level of depth as the first game, the first game. But it's still a very good introduction into the world of Deus Ex. As far as I'm aware, this game is standalone from the original. So if you don't want to go through the effort of playing through the original, really old game, to deal with that level of design philosophy, this is still a good entryway. If you want to experience more of the world of Deus Ex, there's also Mankind Divided, and of course the original Deus Ex. Apparently Infinite War, as the sequel to the original game is called, apparently, is not necessary to play. It's optional, apparently. Justin equated it to, it's like Thor 2, The Dark World. It's optional, really. It's optional. You don't need it. But you can play it if you want. From what I understand, I haven't played it. Final score? 85? No, 87. 87 out of 100. With a clear stamp of, do play this. Genuinely do play this. Because it is a damned good fucking experience. Unless you absolutely hate being patient and just want to go bulldozing through things, then you can do that too. It just won't be as satisfying. And of course, with the caveat, read listen into conversations, learn about people in the game, because it is so important. But yeah, that is what I'm going to be calling the recording. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next Let's Play.